I'm doing 5 minutes, so let's continue from there. I want to bring an incident where now, when I can recall, it's after 1992 post-election violence. This time I had cleared Form 4 and I had joined Kanunga High School. My life started being challenged when in 1992, I lost my older brother because of HIV/AIDS, and in those days, HIV was such a big thing, and this is how I started to even to know about mental health, and that's why today I'm still a counselor, and I've worked with a lot of refugees with depression and all people who have gone torture and trauma. This is my journey, how it started. When I was 16 years old, we were to bury my brother in a week, and my mother sent me to go visit my brother, who was working he had been away and was working in Southland or Tiende. I had not gone there, but when I went to look for him, because my mother sent me to go talk to my brother, look for him, talk to him, tell him about my brother, and also tell him to go and tell my sister that my brother is dead. And I didn't know, but at 16 I boarded a vehicle to 15th Otiende. I went there. I was in a place, a big church, I think, being constructed, and somehow he was sleeping in those small sites. And my brother used to smoke bangi and also live in alcoholism, but I didn't know. So I had an opportunity to stay with him in a very difficult situation. I had lost my brother, and then also I have found my brother who's been away from home, and at that time my mother was 58, 59 there. So you can imagine as a small kid how life was for me. But by God's grace, I communicated to him and I left the following day. I don't know how I slept in that place, and I don't know what we ate. I can't remember. So the following day, around 2 p.m., I was praying. Around 2 p.m., I think I visited my auntie's place because people had started to assemble who are my cousins. And I saw my brother who was speaking very loud, and he looked so drunk. And then that night, I don't know how we slept with him and how he lived. That night, I can't recall the details, but it was very tough. It was very difficult. And then the following day, we had to look for a lot of people, men who tied him and put him in a pickup, and we went to Kiambu Hospital. After this time, my brother was taken to Kiambu Hospital for testing. He tested, and I heard my mother whisper to me because I was so troubled. And in this time, my heart and my soul, I felt like this life wasn't making sense. It wasn't good for me. And in me, I planned I'll throw myself out of the pickup and I'll be no more. So this time, I joined the other team men in the pickup. Yes, I did. And then when we went to Muthaika, and at that conversation, what broke my heart is when my mother told me that we have to take him to Mathare. And that for me, Mathare had nothing in me. But as I got into that pickup, I planned by the time we are returning home, I'll be dead and I'll throw myself out of that pickup. So we went to Mathare Hospital. He was held together. He was put that jab, and then we left him. I was a very devastated boy, and I was very troubled with an old mother. At the same time, we are planning to bury my brother the same week. And as a small boy, because I could know how to write, I was given a seat at my brother's family to be taking the money. But I don't know what was going on in my mind. That's a story next.